Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the Wilsonville, Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, November 6th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. So we'll look at active listing activity first. I show we had 5 new properties come on the market in Wilsonville this last week. You can kind of see that how that compares. It's a slight low for the past 8 weeks in terms of new listings on a weekly basis. We finished the week with 53 homes on the market, and that's down 1 from the prior week. And it's been a fairly tight range. As you can see, we had a low of 48, high of 58, so we're kind of right in the middle of that range. Median list price and days on market for the actives, you can kind of see where that's tracked. We had a high of 729 here about 7 weeks back, and it's fallen back to currently 680,000, which kind of matches a low for the 8 weeks here. And then days on market, you can kind of see where that's started at 36, got up to a high of 49 days here about 5 weeks back, and it's been declining over the past month. This last week kind of came in at 39 days is the average market time in Wilsonville right now for the active listings. Moving along to pending sales. So this last week, I showed we had 5 properties go pending, kind of matches a slight low, matches a low here for the past 8 weeks, but it's been a pretty tight range. You know, we've been between 5 and 9 pendings per week. And we finished the week with 31 homes in pending status, which is just down 1 from the prior week. You can kind of see here for basically the past month, 5 weeks, it's been pretty steady, just right around 30 to 32 homes a week has been in pending status. The median price and days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see where that's gone. We had a low of 643,000 about 6 weeks back, jumped up to 728,000 here about a month ago. And this last week came in at 689,000, up about 7,000 from the prior week. And then days on market, you can kind of see that we had a high of 25 days here about 7 weeks back, and a low of 9 3 weeks ago. And the past 2 weeks has been at 14. So 14 are basically about 2 weeks of market time for the current pending listings. And then lastly here, we'll look at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put the info together, I showed we had 5 homes go from pending to sold this last week in Wilsonville, same as the prior week. And when I look back over the last 4 weeks of activity, we've got 19 have closed. And you can kind of see that's quite a decline here over the past 6 weeks or so. We had a high of 39 homes over the prior 4 weeks here 6 weeks back, and it's just kind of continued to kind of dry up here in terms of closings over the past month here. And the median price and days on market for those closings, you can see where that's been a little bit up and down. Started had a high of 647, got down to 575. And this last week got back up to close to the high of 645,000. So it's been a little jumpy. And then kind of the same thing with days on market. We had started at 19, got down to 14, up to 25. This past couple of weeks has been close to 11, 12 days of average market time for the most recent solds in Wilsonville. And then lastly, we'll finish up here looking at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is that weeks of inventory, and it was sitting pretty close to about 5 to 6 weeks of inventory for the first month of the period here. And then you kind of see over this past month, it's just kind of continued to go up, primarily due to the just the lower number of closings that have been occurring since inventory has been staying fairly steady. So this last reading, we're up to about 11 weeks of inventory. So getting close to about 3 months of inventory in Wilsonville right now. But interestingly enough, you can kind of see what's happening with the sale price as a percent of the original list price, which I wouldn't expect this to have occurred given kind of the lower number of sales. But the sale price, percent of list price has actually been going up here over the past month. So we hit a low of about 94% here about 6 weeks back, and it's been on the rise from there. This last week kind of came in again at right around 100% of list price. Was the most recent reading on that, which is kind of contradictory, but that's kind of what the numbers are showing right now. So on the one hand, we've got more inventory, slower market, but prices are kind of holding firm right now. It appears in Wilsonville. So I hope that weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 503-680-2065. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow along and get these on a weekly basis and stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. As always, I really appreciate you watching and hope you have a fantastic day and week ahead. And we will see you on the next video.